In the past 18 months, I've helped newbie copywriters and info marketers scale from 0 to 5K a month, 0 to 10K a month, 0 to 15K a month, and some even from 0 to 25K per month. And I've kind of boiled down my client getting system into 4 easy to follow steps that you can use today to sign your first high value client. And when I mean high value, I mean like high value, like clients that can pay you minimum 10K per month for your expertise. And in today's video, I'm gonna be showing you these 4 easy to follow steps that you can of course implement into your agency or freelancing business today to sign these clients that you deserve, and of course scale your info marketing agency or any agency in that case to the amounts you deserve. So without further ado, let's dive into the video and make sure you take extensive notes, as this can be a true game changer for you.
Oh,
Bro, it's like, I'm trying to think of like a good analogy to do this, right? Let's say, right, you're like an info marketer, and then you only do funnels. Sure, it's great, like you can get your client decent results, but now on top of the funnels, you also do strategic backend email automation to effortlessly recoup lost leads. You're making them like a lot more money. I like to look at Zyn and caffeine the similar way. If you do funnel and email, you're making them money. If you take nicotine and Zyn, your creativity is gonna go through the roof. But once again, guys, I'm not asking you to guys become like addicts of these stimulants. That's not my intention here. I'm just saying that it's like helped me a bunch, and yeah, affiliate link drop.
caffeine is enough for me, bro. I'll just pop like a black coffee and I'm good.
Only one black coffee.
Yeah, like probably like 16 ounces. I'm good, bro.
Bro,
I'm wired off that. I don't know what nicotine is gonna do for me, if it's gonna like put me in some crazy mode, but caffeine is good enough for me, bro.
You may or may not enter a new creative dimension.
or I might go
To be
sleep.
honest, I signed my client after I took the Zyn. And coffee, of course.
Bro, don't take my word from it. Don't take my word for it. Take Robert's word for it, right? He's also an advocate of nicotine pouches. It's not only me, it's also Robert. But guys,
I don't use the power that you use.
Yo, what if we made an incentive? Everyone who joins IPM gets a free nicotine pouch.
Bro, that may have to be a fast action bonus for future members for sure.
Fast action bonus. Fast action. If you join now, you get a free nicotine pouch.
A free nicotine pouch. But
worth 10 days of scheming.
Not only one nicotine pouch though, honestly, man. I'm thinking like an abundant amount.
You get a 30-day supply of creative schemes with nicotine for free.
Let's create our own brand.
Wait, bro, that'd be insane, bro. I then put like Caravaggio there, like the entire ideology of IPM. That could be a good shout.
What if IPM just said fuck info, just went to e-com selling nicotine pouches?
Bro, man, yeah, man, it's kind of crazy, man. But let's wait for like a few more people to join. And wait, what time is it? Yeah, let's give it like 2 minutes. Gonna walk over, as I said, how to sign your first or next info client in 14 days or less. Now, I can almost guarantee this to you guys, but in the next 14 days, if you go over everything that's said in this Google document, it's going to be almost impossible for you to sign a client. And I can almost guarantee that to you. Like hands down, I can say that to you. But you just need to, of course, relentlessly execute on what I'm about to share in just a moment. Open loop. Okay, let's just wait for some more people to join. Guys, like apologies sometimes for my autistic runs, man. Like it's just me, man. Like I tend to like sprinkle in marketing references left, right, and center. That's we'll have more people joining anyway. Let me just dive into all of this source. All right, guys. Now, of course, as always, everyone inside the chat, please, whenever you've got like a question or you want to raise your hand, you can feel free to raise that hand emoji inside Google Meets. But I wanted to walk over, it's like a simple 4-step system to sign your first client. The first one is mastering your mindset and walking over some key principles. The second one is crafting your blue ocean-esque offer. The third one is prospecting and how to find these clients. And the fourth one is the 2 outreach methods that I highly recommend you guys use to sign these clients. Now, the first one, before any acquisition plays, before getting these prospects on the phone, it's cliche, but you guys need to like harness, you need to like master your mindset. Like it's cliche, but I think it truly separates the guy who signs the client you want and the guy who doesn't sign that client you want, right? Their mindset is really intact. And it's all character traits, it's all mindset. Now, the first, now these all helped me a bunch. not only in business and signing clients, but also in life in general. And the first principle and the first, like, I want you guys to, let me just admit this guy, like to harness. There is a good book that I highly recommend you guys read. It's called like The 7 Spiritual Laws of Success, something of that realm. And they've got one law that I really resonate with, and it's called the law of giving. And the law of giving essentially says, if you want joy, give joy to others. If you want to love, learn to give love. If you want material affluence, help others to become material, like material affluent, right? Now, this is like a key thing, like that I'm also applying in like my day-to-day like task as well. Like when I want to like show, like be received more appreciation, or when I want more recognition, I just give it to other people. Hence why, like when I go out to dinner with like my friends or so, I just have like a good conversation with the waiter, the waitresses, tip them heavily, because I know that the universe, it does reward the reciprocation, and it's going to come back to me in one way or another, right? So the first law, the law of giving, it also applies to acquisition, lead gen, and like scaling your business. The more you give, the more returns. I just had a call with someone who wants to join IPM, and he's just doing like an outreach method taught by someone else, and he's just like operating from the mindset of take, and then they're eventually gonna want to get a response. Where, as you guys know, inside IPM, we take a whole different approach. Inside the first 2 messages, if I'm being real, I said the same thing to him, but you should detach yourself from getting on the phone with the prospect. I know it sounds crazy, but it's going to pay you insane dividends. When you detach from having to jump on a call with them and you focus on the value and like the given instead, like naturally it's weird, but over time, they're going to want to jump on a call with you eventually. So in your first message, don't like, that's why I always recommend people inside IPM, don't even ask them to like to jump on a call. You just get them like these free sales assets, these value mechanisms, because you're activating reciprocity. Then eventually the prospects, you kind of notice themselves throwing themselves at you. Now, and like apply this like to your day-to-day life as well, honestly. Like just start being like more curious about people, ask people good questions, like tip really good, because it does come back to you, not only in business form, but in life form as well. Like you'll notice you feel most fulfilled at times of giving. Just get in a habit of giving, and showing like true appreciation to people. Now, the second law, arguably the most important law for client acquisition. Alan Watts, he's an insane philosopher, and he came up with this law. It's called the backwards law. And what essentially says, the more we pursue something, the more we achieve the opposite of what we truly want, and the more disappointed we feel. Now, once again, because I'm a man of analogies, I'm sure you guys know, right? It's like that guy who is like obsessed about that girl. Like he wants that girl, he's following up like crazy, he's needy. The girl is repulsing away from the conversation. Like she wants no interest to him. But for some strange reason, that same girl is naturally more attracted to the guy that just doesn't give a shit about her, right? The similar principle applies to like client acquisition. Like you really need to like operate from that abundant mentality and not that scarce mentality. Because like the moment you show your prospects that you're in need for them is the moment they're not going to respond positively to your cold email message. Then how you develop the abundant mentality, I had a previous IPM collab call with this, but it's like identity shifting, of course. But you guys just need to know that 2 things. The education market is big as hell. Like, I'm not sure what the number is, but it's like $1 trillion industry. And these prospects, they do need you more than you need them. And if you like instill your mind with that thought, you're going to automatically develop that abundant mentality. And then when you're prospecting for these guys, you're not going to get like give off needy vibes, right? Like neediness, it repulses, abundance attracts. Yeah, so like search this law into YouTube, because there's like a really good video that breaks down this to a T. But once again, like another critical mindset shift to make to attract clients, the backwards law. You need to kind of like detach from the main outcome. Now, the third one, and once again, like another powerful thing, this is all identity tied. But I listened to this podcast by the spiritual guy, and he essentially said is, you just need to bring the thing natural to your identity. Meaning, like the moment you think, like the moment you bring a thing external from your identity is the moment you're communicating to yourself that you can't fathom it. For example, like if you say to yourself, oh my God, like that car is so insane, man, I don't think I can get it. You're just asking yourself that you can't get the car. But then if you don't even like look at a car and like believe it's natural, it's funny how it works, but that thing is like more naturally to come to you. The same thing applies to these clients, right? You need to like say to yourself that this is natural to me. It's natural to me to sign these clients. Like, I'm a highly skilled info marketer. I can get these guys insane results. Then it's going to instantly change the way you guys do outbound. Like, you need to bring you signing these clients natural to your identity. Might sound crazy, but like, you can even like future pace yourself, like receiving these responses, signing these clients, and then that's like true to your identity, right? You need to make these things natural. And yeah, that's like another powerful tip that I can give you guys. Now, another one is, of course, I'm sure you guys have seen this sprinkled all over the industry, but business at the end of the day is simply a game of inputs. If you're not getting output, you need to change your input. Simple. If you're not signing clients, it's just a sign that you're not putting in the volume. Simple as is. It's just like all inputs, right? So you kind of need to become obsessed with the inputs. And the inputs, honestly, are just like sending cold acquisition messages every single day, following up relentlessly, omni-channel, and then over time, it's going to be almost impossible for you guys not to sign clients. Business is a game of inputs. If you're not getting dream output, which is signed clients, you need to change your inputs, which is relentless acquisition. Simple. Change your inputs. Now, another mindset shift is, this kind of feeds into the point that I mentioned here about abundance, but you're not a service provider, you're a solution provider. Your prospects are in dire need of overcoming a problem, and you're the go-to savior for overcoming that problem with your solution. And it shouldn't be a want for them either. It should be a need for them. Your solution is the difference between a client making bread / profit and not. Meaning, like, you guys need to like become obsessed with the fact that these guys, they've got clear leaking pipes. They're not making the money they want, and you're the only person that can help them make the money they want. You're a solution provider. Now, do them mindset shifts make like sense, by the way, guys? If so, are any of you guys already familiar with them?
Yeah. I've heard a lot about inputs equal outputs, so
Nice.
that really makes sense.
What about the one by Alan Watts, The Backwards Law?
Yeah, I've heard this one.
Now,
Definitely.
I haven't heard the two laws, but they make a lot of sense in like actual practice, especially like when like I think back to some of the best things that happened to you. It's just, first of all, like unexpected, and I mean, you just didn't really care for them, I guess, to happen in the first place.
Facts.
Yeah.
Like, even in this podcast, right, he mentioned, do you know them people that like overly are obsessed about finding their like the love of their life? I want this girl. They they go to the yoga place, they go to the supermarket, they're obsessed about this girl. They never get the girl, but then the guy who is like detached from getting that girl, coincidentally, that girl appears magically in his life. The backwards law. You can't like just put these things on a pedestal, Yo, Kushal.
Hey, bro. So you're saying when I'm sending outbound, in terms of using and utilizing the backwards law, just essentially just kind of be chill about it and just don't really care if they reply or if it works out or whatever. I just send the outbound and be chill about it, right? That's kind of it.
Exactly, bro. Just like detachment from the outcome. Like, this book, I'm reading like a book it's called like The Art of Living. And what he also mentioned, and what was the concept? Because it was like a really good concept. I'll try and find that concept, but it was like an insane concept. Yeah, but essentially, like, you need to detach yourself from like all the outcomes. And this
For
is like
sure, bro.
applicable in like every life avenue, right? Like, do you know the people that say I want? They are subconsciously communicating to themselves that they're within lack of X thing. When you say I want this client, you're communicating to yourself that you're lacking that client. But in reality, you need to bring it to your natural identity and say, I've already got this client, time already needs to catch up. And it's crazy, but when you have that mindset, it automatically changes the way you do outbound. So like, when you be conscious of it. Like, when you say to yourself, I want, become conscious of it, because you're communicating to yourself that it's further away from your identity. Hey, Ed.
Yeah, I've noticed, Stephen, like in the past when I've had plenty of clients, plenty of work, and they're like, as my rates going up and up, and then like when I'm talking to new clients, when I already have all my needs covered, you can just feel like you just don't really care, they're on your terms, like they're pitching you, not the other way around.
Bro, That's that law in like practice for you. It's a law in practice. When you show a prospect that you don't care, or like a girl that you don't want her, bro, they're gonna come towards you. It's funny, bro. It's funny. Yo, Travis has joined the chat. Yo, my bro, how are you?
Yo, what's good, boys? What's good? I'm off today, so decided to hop in. You feel me? Couple
Amazing,
questions. Is this a new sales letter for IPM, or was it?
Oh no, this is not a sales letter. This is just like a just like an IPM document that we're just kind of going over. It's like a 4-step system to sign in your first info client in 14 days or less.
Okay, nice. Bet.
Yeah, so I just walked over like some mindset principles, some like laws, etc. And this will be recorded anyway. Now, the second one, when your mindset is kind of on lock, right? Like when you believe you've got the necessary character traits to sign these clients, the next step is, of course, crafting your blue ocean-esque offer that you're going to use to outreach to these guys. Now, me and Jeremy, we done a call on this 2 weeks ago about like the info offers that slap in 2024, right? The entire takeaway behind this masterclass was you guys need to harness the one vehicle. Harness the one vehicle, harness the one offer. Now, inside this document, I can share it once again. I'll show you some examples of good vehicles that are printed right now. When I mean harness the one vehicle, in your outbound, in your prospecting, you're only going to outreach to people that need LinkedIn organic content, that need YouTube ads, that need low ticket funnels, that need Twitter ads, etc. And then you get crystal clear on the one vehicle. Harnessing the one vehicle, of course, is like when you specialize in that one vehicle, you can essentially become that go-to guy or girl in the industry. And that wraps around like a lot of authority and credibility around your name. If people see you at the webinar guy, they're going to go to the webinar guy, etc. Now, there are 2 good examples of this. There's one guy, Aaron Ball. He's like a killer that we've spoke to in the past. And Aaron Ball, if you check out his Instagram, in his bio, he named himself like the webinar GOAT. Killer, insane direct response marketer. Troy Erickson, similar principle, right? He's harnessing the one vehicle in email list management. It gives him authority like status inside the industry. Now, many of you guys here, I know some of you may be doing book call funnels, webinar funnels, or like paid ads, but harness on the one vehicle because that's going to give you like a lot more authority and credibility in your cold outbound messages. And what a vehicle is essentially we're going to use to help a prospect go from nightmare situation to rosy picture. Simple. The nightmare situation, that could be they're not making bread with their audience, to rosy picture, they're making bread with their audience using your book call method. Simple customer journey. That's what the vehicle allows you to do. Now, of course, once again, remember, when you're outreaching to these guys and when you're creating the offer, when you're doing your sales pages, your VSLs, sales, you're not a service provider. These prospects, they don't care that you can set up this loophole automation that no one uses. They just care about the solution, which is on most occasions more money. So in your outbound, the moment you notice yourself like straying away from that messaging is the moment you're doing something incorrect. Your messaging always needs to be money focused. That's what these guys want, right? They want more money, more freedom. They want to impact more lives. Focus on them dimensionalized benefits. Similar principle applies to when you guys write copy, right? These guys, they don't care about the feature, they care about the benefit. Similar principle with acquisition. Always highlight on the dimensionalized benefits. Now, I watched like another Alan Soltanic. He's like an insane direct response marketer I look up to. And in one of his videos, he mentioned that you need to frame your product, your service as an urgent need, and like not as a want. So you need to let them know with your approach, you're likely missing out on this much. And the more you don't have the right approach in place, the more money you're going to lose out on. That's why you need to use our approach, which is going to allow you to make this money quickly and rapidly. As I said here, you need to make it seem as a need by highlighting that X approach, and this is your vehicle, that thing that they're using, is losing them Y money in time frame, and that your solution allows them to make that money more in time frame. Very simple. Now, does that make sense, guys, with the blue ocean-esque offer? Or like, have you guys got any questions in regards to that? Because I know that's like a really, really important component of this. Are you guys familiar? No, have you guys got your vehicle solidified?
Yeah, I got mine for sure.
So it's like you should, like you said, you should try to focus on one thing before. Okay, that makes sense. I guess because with us running ads, I guess so we should focus on running ads to like one specific type of funnel.
Exactly.
Got
That's
it.
the route that I would take. And then, bro, when you notice, even though if you sign them on the ad and that one funnel, later on in the customer journey, they're going to want you to implement this other funnel for them. You're already in front of the door. But the moment you overwhelm your prospect with solutions or mechanisms or vehicles, you're like overwhelming them, bro. They're not going to respond positively.
Got it. I do have a question to you since you have experience with webinars as well. So when pitching webinars to a client, to a prospect, when you did, I guess, did you go after people that are already running them and say, okay, hey, I can fix this, then going after people that are not, and like that's a lot of work for someone to set up an entire webinar.
In your case, bro, I would fish for prospects that already have webinar funnels. And then what you would do, the big problems of the webinar funnel are low traffic, low show-up rates, poor webinar conversion rates, and poor webinar post-conversion rates. So what I done, which was like insane with results, I pinpointed one of these problems and handed them a free resource to overcome that problem. For example, the poor post-webinar conversion rates, I give them a sales asset with like, here's how to increase your post-webinar conversion rates with like a downsell strategy. It speaks directly to their problems. But yeah, I would really help people that already have them already established.
Okay, got it. And how did you know that they, like, how would you, without joining their webinar, right? How would you know if they're like, they don't have enough traffic or if they're not getting a lot of people on their webinar?
It's just like an assumption. Like you ask them the question, are you having difficulties with X? If so, I've got this. It's just an assumption. And then on most occasions, honestly, people have got like poor show-up rates. They're not converting as much as they should be on webinar. They're not converting as much as they should be post-webinar. So you just, it's like, yeah, more like assumptive play. But assumptive, that is like true play, you know?
Got it.
Hey, Travis, my bro.
What's good, bro? I forgot to mention this to you, but I'm working with another client, right? We launched a new offer. It's like a growth operator biz op. We did 8K in the first week, pretty much launching the offer, just DM closing people with the sales letter, essentially, right? So I was wondering, what are your thoughts? Like, I know we talked about like kind of my ManyChat offer per se, right? But like in terms of the harnessing the one vehicle, I was thinking just like, I really like the offer of the case study sales letter Google Doc, ManyChat sales team. Like I really like that offer too. So does that still count as the one vehicle, even though it's kind of a combination of mechanisms and all that too, per se? So that I kind of have proof of concept with it now, essentially with that dude, right? So like I want to know kind of your thoughts in terms of it says one vehicle, even though it's an elaboration like multiple different mechanisms.
That's one vehicle, but you can frame it as like a system. Like here's how you install the Google Doc system into your business with ManyChat included to get X outcome. By your vehicle, it does include, of course, the Google Doc, the sales rep training, and ManyChat automations, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but when you average the prospects, you don't really you just mention it, like frame it as like a system.
Okay.
It's something that Aaron Bull does so well, and other big names in the industry. They frame themselves as like a system. Kai Bax with ScaleClients.io, right? His entire philosophy is like, here's how we'll install this client getting system into your business, etc.
Okay.
So like framed as a business. But I think that, bro, that's like a really lucrative offer, to be honest, because they don't need to run paid ads. They don't need like any click funnels, go high level type shit. They don't need backend automations. They just need one Google Doc sales letter, ManyChat, and like a decent sales team. So I think it's a really interesting offer.
Appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it. Thank you.
No worries. Growth operating to the moon. Let's get it.
Yes, sir.
Yo, Ed, my brother.
Yeah. I was thinking of I was reading someone's sales asset the other day, and they mentioned like they called their system the Trojan horse method, where like, instead of like going to someone and being like, yo, I can do the entire business for you, you just find that like one weak point, and then you can sneak through the door, and then once you're inside, then you can like target the bigger picture.
Sick. What prospect was that, by the way?
That was Sam Layden, I think.
Travis, did you help with that?
I helped write that sales letter. Yes, I did. That was what I was talking about.
Nice. That's funny. That's funny how you say that. Yeah, that's funny because we're doing like a low ticket fund, and we're using the same angle on the front end, and it's crushing right now.
Nice. Yeah, it kills. Yeah.
Interesting. But yeah, guys, as I said, your solution shouldn't be a want. It should be a dire need that these guys need. And if they don't implement it, they're going to only miss out on more and more money. Make it seem like a need in the current business situation. Now that's for the blue ocean X offer. Of course, rewatch the call that we had with Jeremy 2 weeks ago if you haven't already, to get crystal clear on the one vehicle that you're going to help these guys implement. But it's all about the power of one. As I said, you don't want to overwhelm these prospects. Now, prospecting, what I recommend you guys do, this is not direct to consumer, it's not e-com, it's not SaaS, it's not B2B. You don't need to go mass market with your targeting and your prospecting, #respectfully. You only need to do like hyper specific manual prospecting. Now, here's where it gets interesting. When you do your manual prospecting, you only add leads in your Google Sheet you know can benefit from your vehicle. Meaning, if my vehicle was the webinar funnel, and then I noticed that a client wasn't maybe the best on like camera, the best that they didn't have the best audience, I wouldn't simply add them to my list because they wouldn't benefit from my vehicle. So like your leads that you add to the Google Sheet, they need to be like directly benefit from the vehicle that you help them with. For example, like now with Ed, for example, he's doing like book call funnels for clients, right? If he sees a client who maybe hasn't got a high ticket product already established, or maybe they haven't got a huge audience on Instagram, for example, it could be difficult implementing that vehicle for them and getting them results. So I wouldn't simply add them onto the Google Sheet. Like really be specific with the leads that you add, and they need to benefit from your vehicle. And that's why I said like manual prospecting is superior in this info world. Inside IPM, we have got the manual keyword method that you guys can use. But you guys also be creative with the keywords that you use. Don't write shit like Amazon coach, Shopify coach, health coach. Like the best leads you find is like where you tell the algorithm that you're the ICP looking to achieve X outcome or prevent Y pain. And then what do I mean by that? It's like you just write keywords like, how do I solve back pain? Or like, how can I improve my diet? How can I lose weight? How do I prevent my losing my attractiveness and things of that realm? And then you're feeding the algorithm the information that you're the dream ICP, and they're going to hit you with ads on your Instagram page, on your Facebook page, etc. And then it's just like a ripple effect. And then of course, as I said here, when you see the ads on your timeline, no matter what niche it is, to be honest, like opt into the funnel and buy the low ticket product if necessary, because then you show the algorithm that you're the ICP in the market, and then that you want to achieve X outcome or prevent Y pain. And then they're going to feed you even more coaches, course creators on your IG without you having to do like manual outbound. I did a shit, I remember, with dropshipping. Like I was doing like dropshipping product research, right? I'm sure many of you guys may have done it in the past. What I done is like I transformed my Instagram feed into a product research tool just by buying these products or like clicking their links. And then you can do the same with prospecting. So every single time you see a cool course creator, coach, click on their funnel, and then they're going to feed you a bunch more leads. Does that make sense, guys? Manual outreach is the best, especially for your next 2 to 3 clients. Then in this industry, when you sign them 2 to 3 clients, get insane results, on most occasions you no longer are relied on cold outbound because they got a good network, they feed you clients. It's like what we noticed. But the only marathon is for all you guys who haven't got your first client, or maybe your first 2 clients, for example. It's just a marathon of getting them first 2 to 3 in your ecosystem. When they're inside, things get easier, trust me. Prospecting. Yeah, and you could even do that honestly, like even create like a separate IG. But the only thing is that with that, I'm not sure how the pixel would work, because you use like a similar AP key, what's it called, IP address, sorry. So I may prevent that from happening. I think you need like a same IP address. Could be wrong though.
Actually, now that I think about it, I feel like I should test using a VPN, because I might be showing certain leads to certain accounts based on my location. So I might test using the VPN. That's smart.
Yeah, good shout. Because like a lot of these guys, they only target like US, UK, Canada, etc. And Kushal, kind of like a side note, but bro, do you speak Spanish, by the way?
No, I wish I did, but I don't.
Okay. Now the reason why I'm saying that is because if you tap into these lucrative niches, that's high opportunity as well. There's one guy who I had a consultant with in real life. I told him, scrap the UK market, enter the Spanish market, because like that's the language you speak, and he found like 3 clients already, just because he tapped into that market. So if you guys can speak different languages, it's something to consider.
Bro, my previous client, he had a Spanish offer, and it was doing much better than his English offer. It's much easier to sign clients, even with his shit content. It was crazy.
Yeah. It's something to take into account because like everyone's averaging to these US leads. It's not a bad idea because of course we're goal giving, but if you tap
Yeah.
into like a Spanish market or like Robert the Polish market or wherever it is, you could have a competitive edge, to be honest.
There are some Spanish offers that I've seen rip. Like, it's disgusting. There's a Spanish Amazon guy. I didn't reach out to him for that reason, but like my business partner, like he's Spanish, but he doesn't speak Spanish. But now, like I'm gonna reach out to him 100% because
Bro,
I know for a fact like this guy's ripping.
they rip. Bro, Ed, can you speak Spanish, by the way? I know you're in Mexico.
Nah, but I need to learn it because I'm gonna get a
Yeah.
passport at some point.
Nice. Habla español. But yeah,
Yeah.
guys. Yeah, in terms of now the outreach mechanism, this is by far the most important. What I've noticed work best for these guys is 2 Loom video approaches. Now, the first route, I'm going to show you an example of this in just a moment. You create a unique mechanism like doc of your system, and then in your Loom video, you essentially walk the prospect over that Google Doc, over that unique mechanism, and then show them how they can apply that to achieve X outcome. Up with like a very interesting, unique mechanism, their approach, and then it really discusses the sale. Now, with our example, we created something called like the butterfly garden, and I'll show you this right now. For you guys that have gone through the how to find and sign info clients, you have gone through this. One moment, let me just pull up my screen. Yo, Omar, my brother.
Yo, what's good, bro? How you
Hey,
doing?
my bro. Alhamdulillah, bro. No complaints. Eid Mubarak, by the way, bro.
Thanks.
But yeah, guys, with the first Loom video approach, the unique mechanism, as you see, I named it the butterfly garden. But what it essentially is it's made for this person. It's the monetization method, and we're in this economy, and 90% of creators are not in a business of building their garden and attracting their butterflies, aka their dream customers, into their business by providing value and guidance. They are in the chasing AdSense, apologies, and sponsorship game, which makes their garden look like this. The garden is your monetization vehicle, etc. This was like the entire Google Doc that we created. And then if you were to do this, when you record the Looms, you simply have all your clients' social media up there, like their Instagram, their TikTok, their YouTube, and then just walk them over this Google document, show them visual examples that you've created, and show them how they can apply it into their business. This approach rips. And why it rips, we're disguising the sale. If a prospect sees the butterfly garden, they're gonna think to themselves, what the fuck is the butterfly garden? Why are you selling me this shit? You know, it really disguises the sale. It differentiates yourself from all these other guys pitching like the offers from the get-go, and it works like a charm. So this is one approach that you can take. If you've got real life examples of what it looks like, even merrier. Like here we added one for Katie Hustles, David Amari, etc. And we even had this, like the wall of creators, and just bombarded them with even more proof, to be honest. Something that you guys can do as well, just to like overcome the I don't trust you objection that may arise. But that approach rips. So we've got to create a unique mechanism like doc, walking over your system, come up with like a really cool name behind it. And then you've also got a straight critique approach. In the straight critique approach, you have the current approach up, let them know why it may not be the best, and then show them your approach and why it would work better. For example, if a client who has like a high ticket program but is selling straight through Calendly, show them a book call funnel that you created and why it performs better for high ticket coaches rather than the Calendly page. For example, you're collecting the emails, you're remarketing, you've got better closing rates as the customers are nurtured, etc. One of 2 approaches. This is all covered inside IPM, but for some numbers, these numbers are not random. But as I said with the first thing, business is a game of inputs. If you're not getting dream output, which is clients, you need to change your inputs. And the inputs with client acquisition are mainly just volume reps and following up relentlessly like a crazy motherfucker. So if you guys send like 5 to 10 Looms daily for 6 days a week, in 1 week, if you skip like Sundays, you've sent like 60 Looms in a week. Considering an industry average of like 10 to 20% positive reply rates, out of these 60 Looms that you sent in 1 week, you could get 6 interested leads. Of course, not all interested leads are going to be qualified. Maybe they're not going to be like off benefit. But out of them 6, even if one signs, or even if one says, I'm interested, but maybe let's jump on a call 30 days from now, you're adding that client on the waiting list. It's all economics. It's all about putting in the reps, guys. Like, honestly, guys, you know. And inside IPM, we've also got this Google Sheet for tracking looms. For one-to-one members inside, we're holding you accountable with this shit. But copy and paste this, copy this tracking sheet. Keep yourself accountable daily with the looms you sent and just track the customer journeys. But yeah, guys, that's the walkthrough of this. I know we've got like a bunch of questions, but is this all clear, by the way? To break it down, get your mindset correct by practicing these philosophies by Alan Watts, these laws, understand this, craft a blue ocean-esque offer with harnessing the one vehicle, look into these guys for inspiration, prospecting, be very, very hyper-specific with your prospecting, only add clients that you think would benefit from your vehicle. If they don't benefit, don't add them to your Google Sheet. Outreach, use these 2 proven Loom video outreach methods to sign these clients. And also, when you follow up with them, we're not taking that bullshit thing that I see on Twitter, just popping this up, hoping that you saw this, just circling back. It's boring. You're a commodity. I'm not going to respond to you. We're following up with value mechanisms. Once again, all inside IPM. Does that make sense, guys? And we've got some questions. We'll go to Ed first, my brother.
With specifically Instagram, like I've been looking mostly on YouTube, where like a book call funnel makes the most sense to me because there's no like direct messaging feature there. How would it, like on Instagram, I've seen like a lot of different kinds of funnels being used that are more direct, like the DM setting and like going straight to a YouTube VSL. Where do you see like a book call funnel fitting in for Instagram?
Good question. Yeah, with the DME approach, if they have that approach, they've likely got appointment setters in the DM closing on a high ticket program. But what we've seen best, the info guys that truly make money, they have the ManyChat DME approach, but in their bio, they've also got the book call opt-in funnel for more eyeballs. The reason why is because, of course, not all people are going to comment. If someone views a content piece and they're kind of like interested about more, they're going to opt into the free training, and then you can get them to book a call. So I will target both customers. If they've got like a DME approach, just let them know. When you produce a content piece, we're going to get more eyeballs. Not everyone's going to comment. So would you be open to booking, to putting this link in your bio for more exposure?
Okay.
Does that answer your question, bro?
Yeah, I also heard that like after somebody gets set, usually you want to send a VSL to them anyway. So maybe like that sales page could be that asset.
Exactly, yeah. That could be like the free training, right? Like with the book call funnel, for example, on the front end, you have like a free training. That could be in their bio, of course, but then the appointment setters could give them that free training when they're appointment setting them. As I said, it's worked best when you kind of combine both methods.
Okay, thanks.
Does that answer your question, bro?
Yeah, man. Thanks a lot.
No worries. Yo, Kushal?
Yeah, bro. So I noticed that you mentioned when doing the PLV method that you do one, either the butterfly garden system overview doc, and 2, going over their current stuff that they have set up and kind of suggesting changes essentially. So what I kind of do is I have a combined approach of both, and I don't know. Would you be open to giving it like just like a quick once over if I send you the link right now, just to see if there's any like bottlenecks inside it?
Okay, take a look, and then I'll go over it extensively after the call, my bro. Because I don't want to give you like half-baked answers. I'll give you like a detailed overview. Or just forward it to me, and then I'll go over it for you after the call.
Solid, bro. Solid. All right, cool. Thanks a lot, bro.
No
Oh
worries.
wait, one more thing.
Go ahead.
One of my bottlenecks I have right now is sending volume. So I'm doing the IG approach, and I messaged one of the guys in IPM. What's his name? Mateo. I messaged Mateo, and I asked him about his message and stuff, and he said he shared a mindset approach, which is to pick one method and stick with it because they all work, and to not like run around like a headless chicken. So I decided to stick with IG. My main problem right now is to send volume, because you mentioned to only message people who are qualified for your stuff, and that's what I'm doing. But it's kind of hard to send like 20 to 30 a day because it takes like a while to find these guys.
Okay, then it seems like then you need to like structure your week like a bit better. Like, why not on like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday morning, you compile that highly
Yeah.
qualified list on Google Sheet, and then you spend Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday outreaching.
All right, I'll try that, bro, because it took me like a couple hours on Sunday. Sat down and like I was like, I got some time. Let me get some work done. Sat down. I only got like 10 to 12 leads to be able to send.
The more you do it, the quicker the process will be for sure.
Yeah.
But bro, I would like honestly just dedicate like 2 days of the week strictly for lead gen.
Solid,
Monday,
bro, solid.
Tuesday.
Also,
Yeah, go ahead.
100%, bro. One more thing. You mentioned sending straight up 5 to 10 looms a day or something. Is that in accordance with like the IG method of like in the DMs, or would you more put a method towards like cold email?
Both, bro. Both. 5 to 10 looms a day through email, or 5 to 10 looms a day through IG, depending on your preferred acquisition channel. This is just a bro.
Got
This is
you,
just
so-
like this is just a minimum. If you want to do more, even merrier. But if you want to do 5 to 10 looms per day on IG and 5 to 10 looms per day on email, of course you're increasing your chances for getting these guys on the phone. As I said, bro, business is a game of inputs. If you're not getting dream output, you need to change your inputs. You know.
Definitely, bro.
It's all-
One last
it's
thing
all volume.
you mentioned with the IG approach. You need to have a conversation with these guys before you send the PLV. So that would mean that we kind of have to have multiple conversations going on before we even send the looms in the first place within the DMs, right?
Ideally, yes, bro. But you can also take the straight kill approach. You can go, just say to them like, "Hey, first name man, love the content that you produce. What I wanted to do, I wanted to go out my way to record you this quick Loom video that I noticed that could make you X outcome in Y time. Here's what we use to help name achieve a similar result. Here's a link to the Loom video. Hoping you find some value inside." That's like the straight kill that you can do as well.
Solid, bro. Solid. All right, cool. Thanks a lot, bro.
No worries, bro. Hey, Mark, bro.
Okay, so I have the questions now, does it have to be like lead gen related, or is it like open floor for any question? Or you want me to do you want us to like wait for after?
I mean, yeah, wait, Travis has got a question. If that's lead gen tied, we can go over to Travis first, and then we can go into other questions after. Yeah, Travis.
Oh, mine is not lead gen related. It's